And we're up. I
And
don't.
here we go.
Sure. Okay. I mean, we were kind of already starting before you did your intro there. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you tried something and it didn't work because you counted and you realized numbers work differently. So,
Sure. That's Leroy. I'm Michael. This is the We Trying channel or Nerdy by Nature production. We are coming to you. Look at this. Two times in 2 weeks. Look at that
is,
consecutiveness. It's I love it.
is it in at three? Didn't we do something the week?
Oh, I guess we did three times. Man, it's a trend. Look at that. Forming habits. Yeah, we are taping this one because I think Leroy, you are probably busy Saturday. I'm busy Saturday, possibly.
You're busy Saturday. I'm free.
Oh. I mean, if that, sure, whatever. Um,
I'm putting it on you.
that's fine. I'll take that. I'll take the heat. I'll carry the team on my back. Yeah, we are going to talk
That's
about.
not what's that's not what that means.
Yeah, I'll take. I'll carry the team on my back. Um, what are we talking about today?
Uh, well, I wanted to talk about either the fallout from the Xbox leadership shakeup or the as we record this, news has just broken that Netflix will no longer try to buy Warner Brothers, and Michael was like, "Yeah, let's do something happy." So I had an idea in 2025 that we never got to. What made us happy in 2025, and what to look forward in 2026? Like what movie, what TV show, what game pleasantly surprised you and said that you were like, "This is what this industry is about. This is what gaming. This is what I like." Movie, television show. And so, like, what's the one last year that got you excited that you're looking to recreate that experience and just kind of be happy?
Hmm.
So, um, Michael's really excited about this topic. Um,
I don't know that I'm really excited about it.
mm,
I just wanted to do something happy.
yet, so out of the three that I gave you, which one are you excited about?
I mean, we can talk about the other ones. I just said I wanted to do something happy.
Yeah, but you're not excited about those.
Don't try to judge me and know my opinion, sir. You're not my wife. You don't know my emotions.
Sir, I don't need to be your wife. I literally asked you, do you want to do these topics? You were like, no, I want to be happy. So,
I don't think that's read the text back to me. I don't think that's how it said.
hold on. Let's see. I want to do that topic you brought up earlier this year, a game, a movie, and a show we really liked in 2025. I just want to do something happy.
Yeah,
That's what I said. Which one are you more excited to do? This one.
you said happy and excitement. Those are two different words, sir.
Same word, same meaning.
You know
Same
words
meaning.
mean different things.
Same meaning.
All right,
Same
where we
meaning.
starting?
Let's go. Oh, you pick. I created the topic.
Yeah, okay. So I was hoping you were going to lead the conversation.
N- I'm I'm giving you opportunity to be happy. What are you excited for? What are you happy for? What
All right.
got
We'll
you?
start with the game in 2025. I think it's obvious for me. I talked about it a lot. Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Okay.
Sandfall Interactive made the game.
Hmm.
It's the game that is winning all the awards. This award season, all the Game of the Year awards this award season. Um, it's fantastic. It is a very pretty, high budgeted action RPG. Think of the old games like Paper Mario, that type of game where in a static turn-based combat, there are still options you can do to make things happen, which is great. Great story. The story kind of falls apart at the end, but it doesn't ruin the overall experience for me. It was just such a
Whoa,
joy, huh?
it might be blasphemy. I'm trying to get our channel shut down.
What did I say?
You said the story falls apart at the end. It won all those Game of the Year awards.
I mean, I mean, you can read the reviews. I think the story does kind of fall apart at the end. I'm not. That's not a hot take.
I'm not going to read the reviews. I'm just going to add the game to my queue and get to it.
eventually.
When the kids go to college.
Oh wow, geez, yeah. I speaking of that, looking into the future, I wonder how they would do a sequel, what that would look like. I mean, because the game was so popular and so successful, everybody wants to make a sequel to everything. Um, yeah, it's one of the few games I own the soundtrack to. I actually bought the soundtrack last year, and it's finally coming on disc or on vinyl in the next couple of days.
Do you own a record player?
Sure don't. My dad's supposed to get Wendy and I a record player as a 1 year
Okay,
anniversary.
okay.
So
I was
yeah,
just checking. I was
yeah,
like, when you said disc, I was like, oh, CDs, and then you were like on vinyl. I was like, I don't believe you own the
yeah.
equipment to play that. So, hey, man,
I was gonna come. I was gonna come to your house and use yours.
uh, you want to sit in this garage because that's what a record player is.
Sure, that gives me access to it. That's fine.
It's not hooked up, so
Okay.
you would.
But yeah, I mean, I think that game was. It was just. It was fun. It hit on all the right vibes. Um, because there were beats where it was serious, but at the same time there was just weird French thing about it the entire time. It was made by French people, and they put their heart and soul into it. It had this, I won't say weird Frenchness, this unique Frenchness to it that was great.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask you to qualify that. What what would be weird French and what is standard French?
I don't know all the baguettes.
This is like that's sir,
There's
that's
so there's
racist.
lots of baguettes in the
Sir,
costumes,
that
lots of
sounds
mimes
racist.
in the costumes,
That
or
sounds
lots of mimes in
racist.
the game.
That
So yeah,
sounds very racist for 2026. Um, so that was your game for 2025. What are you looking forward to in 2026 gaming wise?
GTA, not
Really?
even close. Yeah, GTA. There's so much hype around this game. Um, we've talked about it before. To me, Rockstar does not miss. They take forever for the game to come out, but the games do not miss. Um, they are able to catch a moment.
Mhm.
Well, not everybody likes their games, but most people like their games. I know you're not necessarily the biggest fan of the GTA games.
I'm not a real big. I'm not an open world guy all the time. I like the linear storytelling that gaming provides. I will dip my toe in those type of games every so often if the genre fits. But I'll be honest, I am interested in that game only because the story seems very interesting to me, and I'm interested to see this. How does Grand Theft Auto top itself?
Sure,
Like, and so I am actually shocked that you picked this one. I thought you would have
interesting.
picked only because it's it's what everybody's picking, so to speak. Like
Hmm.
it's the thing that everybody's like Grand Theft Auto. What is it going to do? And I thought you were going to go in a more you mentioned Claire obscure, like an indie game or something. I didn't expect you to go Grand Theft Auto.
No, I want Grand Theft Auto because we talked about it years ago on the old channel, even on and even on this channel.
Mhm.
The thing that Rockstar kept saying was we didn't know what we were going to do in GTA 6 because we don't know how to parry what's happening right now
Oh yeah, they like
because it's so wild. So I'm curious, what did they finally figure out? They were like, oh, we can satirize this, even as the world continues to go ham. We figured out something we can satirize,
because
and we,
that
we kind of got a hint at it in the fact that they decided to make Florida Man the game. I'm excited for that.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, it's funny that you say it because for the longest they were like not that they were never going to make a Grand Theft Auto 6, but you're right. They were like, we don't know what to do, and how do you? It's almost like Charlie Brooker, the creator behind Black Mirror. How do you keep topping and incorporating science fiction technology in a world where we are consistently topping whatever you could think of in the real world?
Hmm.
And so, okay, I'll give you that one. I am actually interested in Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't know if I'll buy it when it's $2,000, but
Sure. I
It
mean,
drops to, 30, $40, maybe.
hey, buy it day one because it seems like games are only going up and consoles going up in prices after they come out now. So,
Now, here's the funny thing:
you
games
know,
aren't going up after they
not
come
yet.
out. Not yet, but the consoles are and hardware is. So that's it. It's interesting you brought that up. I do wonder if a game comes out, will it go up in price or just stay? Because we've seen that a lot, where games will stay a certain price and they haven't been dropping like they have in the past.
Hmm.
Well, some games, because me and you talked about on this channel, Metal Gear Solid Delta last year, the remake came out. It was $60, right?
I believe so.
And by Black Friday, it was $30.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, the latest Call of Duty was $30. Now, that's because a lot of people and the reviews were not good for that game. So that was one reason. But a lot of games that are good seem to hold their value as
Hmm.
far as like being 60, 70, possibly $80. So I am interested to see if games this year have the opposite, where after a game drops, you notice, oh, it's $10 or $5 more expensive.
Yeah.
But so I guess if we're starting with games, my game of last year was, and I didn't play it until the end of the year, uh, Death Stranding 2. Um, I played a bunch of stuff last year, and Dead Island 2 was, even though my controller was broken, I had a lot of fun with that game.
Hmm.
But the games that I had the most fun with were games I had already played that I went back and replayed. So I reloaded Call of Duty. Speaking of Call of Duty, it was like their campaigns. So I reloaded Modern Warfare, the PS4, which I believe is probably going to get a PS5 remake, if or a next gen remake. Um, the original Modern Warfare, I played those, and I had fun. But I was really excited about Death Stranding because I really enjoyed that game.
The first one.
The first one, Death Stranding, it hit at the right time for me, and it was so different, so unique, so Kojima, that I had to get the second one. And
Hmm.
you talk about, I've shown it before, I'll show it again. That's the vinyl for Death Stranding, um, the original. When I popped it in, Low Roar, the band Low Roar, their song comes on, and or was it Poets? Any or Silent Poet? I can't remember. But like the camera angles pulls out, you're walking through the Mexican desert, and it's just a beautiful game. And it still has its Kojima-ness, but it hasn't gotten to the real Kojima parts yet. I'm still scratching the
Did you
surface.
say Kojimian?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, we make up words on this channel.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I will say I haven't. And again, I sound like a broken record. I hadn't played Ghost of Yote. That's on my list to get and play. Um,
It's $40 right now, I think.
yeah, I need to come down more than that.
Yeah. I keep wondering if they're going to do a Game of the Year edition like they did for Ghost of Tsushima. That's kind of why I've
Of
been holding
course.
off.
Yeah, because remember they got DLC coming out. We saw it on the State of Play. So if they'll bundle that together with um,
Yeah, but I think it's free to people who already own the game,
yeah, but what
the multiplayer stuff, I think.
they'll repackage it like they
Yeah.
always do, a definitive or director's cut, because that's how they'll, because it'll drop in price, and then the director's cut will come out with new skins and all kind of new stuff, and they'll charge $70 for that. So but yeah, it was Death Stranding 2 really like hit a spot for me, and I was really excited for that game, and it checked all the boxes, and it to me it lived up to the hype. Now I'm still playing it. I haven't. I have. I'm not even halfway through the game, and I know I've put in a good 30 hours into it, or at least 20, maybe 20, maybe not
Hmm.
30. I gotta go check. But I'm just doing side missions. I'm just delivering stuff, getting 5 stars for all the different preppers and people that you run across. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. Um, my game for 2026, and Michael's not a fan of this franchise. Uh, I don't remember how you felt about the first one, but we talked about when we talked about State of Play, and I was like, that might be a day one buy for me. Control Resonant. Um,
Hmm.
I loved Control. Um, it was different. I'd seen the gameplay, and I was like, it was on sale. It was on sale. I bought it digitally, and from the get go, I was in love with it. The atmosphere, the level design, the story about the old house, um, the government agency that it was, this woman, Jessie, looking for her brother, and now you get to play as the brother. You mentioned when we watched the trailer, the gameplay, it reminded you of Gravity Rush, or that is a game, right? Or no,
It's Gravity something.
Is it Gravity Rush?
I know
Uh,
what you're talking about, but
yeah,
it's you keep talking. I'll look it up. Let's see.
but it reminded you of that, of where you could the camera angles and how you're able to manipulate the
Yeah,
environment.
Gravity Rush.
Um, very expensive game if you want to buy a physical copy of that. Um, it just something about it spoke to me, and
Hmm.
I waffled back and forth between Resident Evil Requiem, um, Replaced, Reanimal, um, Gears of War E Day, which I do want to play. Whatever this Halo thing is, I wasn't a real big Fable person, so not that. Um, I do think Starfield's probably going to come to the PS5 this year. I think that's going to happen. Um, but nothing like when I saw Control Resonant. And another thing too is they got the third person shooter down with the different guns and leveling the enemies and stuff like that. So to see them go hand to hand in melee combat, and it's not a Souls like game. So it's more, maybe, I don't want to say Ninja Gaiden, more Devil May Cry. Um, that they Remedy has locked down their gameplay in this. So to change to take a game that you know is one thing, and then to flip it on its head to not only be able to control the environment, but the gameplay itself changes from a shooter to a melee game. It's bold and it's a swing. And I've said this before on this channel, I've said it to people in regular life. I support people who swing and miss versus playing it safe, and they are not playing it safe.
So when you talk about the Control Resonant, are do you like all everything in that universe? Do you care about Max Payne or not really? Or
Here's the funny thing. I was a big Max Payne fan. You know that because, was it me and you talked
oh,
about Max?
sorry,
You're
I'm
talking about
confusing
Alan
my
Wake.
yeah, I'm confusing my white people. Alan Wake.
And I say that as a representative of the whites. I need you to do better. Um,
Yeah, sorry, talking about Alan Wake, not Max Payne.
uh, I did not play the first one.
Okay.
I watched a lot of gameplay to where at one point I thought, I was like, did I play this game? Because I knew so much about it. I thought the idea behind Alan Wake was interesting. Playing Control made me fall in love with Alan Wake
Okay.
because the universes are joined. I bought Alan Wake 2, and so that's how much I love Control. Um, the guy who plays not Sam Fisher. What's oh boy's name from Max Payne? He's in this game, or he's in Alan Wake 2. Um, I can't remember what his name is. Anyway, um, so this universe, this world, really intrigues me, and I'm interested. You bring up Alan Wake 2. It's funny. I'm interested to see this through line
Mhm.
in the universe. How does Control Resonant build on Alan Wake 2, build on the original Control? I'm again, I am definitely in on this. So Control Resonant.
Okay. Let's go to. I will do TV shows.
Ooh,
2025. I watched a fair amount of stuff. I don't know that I watched a bunch of new things. I kind of was watching older stuff, but the thing I'm watching that came out 2025 that we talked about a little bit. We even did a trailer reaction to it when it first came out. Paradise season one.
oh,
Um, and I don't need to. Who knows when people watch whatever? So I don't need to spoil anything to tell you. You know, stuff. Something happens, kind of shakes the show up on its head. But Paradise season one was fantastic. Sterling K. Brown, give that man all the love. He's fantastic. I'm glad he was able to be an executive producer on that show. Um, it's just it's a good show, and it's a good supporting cast. I've talked about her before, but Sarah, I don't know if it's Sarah Shahi or Sahi, but I love her as an actress. Always been a big fan of her since Person of Interest.
you love the
So I'm happy, huh?
you love the shower scene, sir.
I'm not saying I didn't, but I'm just saying I'm happy she was in the show. But I'm happy that she's getting some shine because
I th-
she
I thought you were gonna say she was getting some love, and I was like,
no
I
getting
thought you.
some shine because I thought I was secretly hoping, oh, she will be a recurring character in the Black Adam universe, but that didn't go anywhere. So
Oh, you mean the DC Black Adam universe?
yes, when she was in, it was like, oh, okay. If people somewhat like this, maybe we'll get a sequel. Nope, go ahead
Yeah,
and kill that.
you and The Rock thought that.
Yeah, so I'm happy she's getting stuff. I haven't seen season two yet.
Oh,
I
season
will
two
probably
just dropped.
wait for it all to come out at once and then watch it, binge it. But yeah,
Oh, you
um,
gonna do that shit again?
yeah, I don't need to watch it week to week. It's fine.
Well, three
Um,
episodes already dropped.
okay, that's fine.
The
Because
three,
Wendy and I are watching Hijack season two, and we kind of wished we had waited until it all came out. But I
really?
think the last episode is coming out this week.
Why?
Because we just like to binge it all, get it out the way. We don't want to be like, oh man, what's gonna happen next week? It's like, let me know now.
See, I'm gonna be honest with
Um,
you. I like the watching it week to week because it give like I like that that piecemeal and going to like it gives you something to look forward to.
but for me, I don't know the guy who created the show. What's his name? That guy, that Paradise creator.
I don't know. Um, it's interesting you're so high on that show. Like I did we
Dan Fogelman, that's his name. Because a lot of people know him as the guy who did This Is Us, which
yeah
is so interesting to think that oh, he did that show and he did this.
did we review that show? I because we talked a lot about it, and I couldn't
I don't
remember.
know if we ever did season one or not. I can't remember. Um, but it had a great hook. The cliffhanger ending of season one. I'm like, ooh,
It
what's
did
going to happen in season two? So I'm excited to watch that. But that was my show for 2025. Um, and because I picked it, I'm not going to pick season two as what I'm looking forward to. What I'm looking forward to is a show that I've been preaching since since I got Apple TV Plus, Apple Plus TV, whatever it is. For All Mankind, the new season is coming out soon,
I saw that they dropped the trailer.
and I'm like, oh, I haven't even seen the trailer. I don't really want to see a trailer. Let me just watch the show.
I,
Um, that is a show that I will watch week to week. Um, I love the universe that they have created and this idea of technology, the way they advance every season of
mhm.
going ahead like every 10 years or so is fantastic. Um, there are so many open-ended stories from people. Um, there's some South Carolina love because the girl that's a scientist, she's from Irmo, I believe.
Really?
Um, The older one now. What's the redhead, that one
I
that's
have
living
no
in
idea.
Russia?
I have no idea. We watched the first two episodes, didn't hook us. I may go back to it, but it wasn't for us at the time.
Sure, fair enough. But that show's great. I love the way they I love how they build the setting. We talked about before
Mhm.
world building, especially when it comes to horror games. When I was playing Resident Evil and how it sets up that world, For All Mankind does a great job in setting up its science and how they explain things and how they're able to go to space and be in these moon bases and stuff. It's a great show. Ready for that new season?
Well, you know why?
Why?
Ronald D. Moore.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. I mean, too busy doing this shit to come back to Battlestar Galactica, or you know, uh,
Yeah.
and I that it's funny because to me this fits you. This tracks. You threw me off with the Grand Theft Auto 6, but this, I once you said it, I was like, that tracks. That's exactly the type of show that I thought you would say.
So you
Um,
don't know me. You don't know what I'm going to say.
yeah, okay. Um, for me, my show last year,
Bubble gut bunny slippers. You didn't know I was going to say that.
no, because
Yep,
who would?
exactly.
Um, my show for last year that I was excited about, well, there was a couple of shows that I was excited about that I watched, but nothing. I watched the show that I was again. I've been really week. I've been really back on this week to week stuff. Um, I enjoyed Alien Earth. I love the Xenomorph franchise. I just did a site or scout location, so I drove to Beaufort with some coworkers of mine, and one of my coworkers, he now I thought I loved aliens. He has a tattoo of a Xenomorph,
Okay,
and I'm not going that far.
okay.
Like I respect it; it is beautiful. Um, on his alabaster white skin, it shows up great, but I'm not getting a xenomorph. One, I'm terrified of things. If they existed in real life, I would just die. Like I'm just curl up in a ball because they're the most terrifying creature ever, um, in my opinion. No notes, wonderful design. I was really interested to see how you did this show, building that suspense that you do in a movie, keeping people entertained, and I was pleasantly surprised that Hulu slash FX was able to pull it off because I didn't watch it on TV. Very rarely do I watch, unless it's sports, do I turn on the TV and be like, "Oh, I'm going to watch this at this point in time." Um, but I did watch that week to week. I was very excited. There were episodes that I was like, "Huh," and there were episodes that I was like, "Boom."
Hmm.
Um,
Is that a limited series? Does it come back for another season
it's
or?
coming back for a second season.
Okay.
Uh, I am interested, and here's the other thing: we hadn't talked about this, and I'm quite sure Paradise has it as well. A lot of shows have been having companion. I work at South Carolina Educational Television, and a lot of when we talk about shows and content, the real big thing is omni-platform, and a lot of shows are doing that where they'll have a show, they'll do a lot of behind the scenes stuff, a podcast that goes along with it, and
Hmm.
I listen to the podcast of this show, and it's one of the very few times that I've done that. I think I did that with The Watchmen, from HBO Max. I don't do that a lot, but I did that with this show, and I was very entertained. And the show intrigued me to how they created things, even though I may not have agreed with stuff in the show. I enjoyed the show enough that I wanted to learn more about the world, and they brought in everybody from the actors to the director, um, set designers, people who crafted the music. Like I thought that was really well done, and I'm really excited to see where they go with season two. And honestly, I'm hoping season two is the end.
Okay.
I'm hoping whenever it comes back, season two, they wrap this up and they don't, because you and I have talked about this before in the past, where shows they keep going when it's like, yeah, you should have ended it after this, um, or there was no need for you to be 13 episodes in a season when you could have gotten away with 6 or 8. So
Hmm.
Alien Earth was that show for me that I was like, yes. The show that I'm very excited about, and there's a lot to choose from. I didn't want to. I picked a new show, nothing recurring, because there was a lot of stuff that's coming out that I was like, I'm interested in that. Um, uh, there's a show called The Boundaries, no, The Burrows, from the guys who created Stranger Things. It's kind
Okay.
of it. They said it has a cocoon feel. I like all the people who are cast in it. Me and my wife watched The Hunting Wives or whatever that was last year, and the sequel's coming back. It's housewife fodder. I think that's how one article called it. I'm excited to watch it with her only because she likes it and it's something that we could watch together. So Malcolm in the Middle's coming out, Ted Lasso's coming back, but none of that captivated me to where I'm like, what is this? Like Lanterns did. After James Gunn has taken over the DCEU, or the DC universe, I've been very intrigued by his decisions and what he has picked to make, and
Hmm.
to make Green Lantern a almost like a police procedural. I'm intrigued. You got my attention, and to see who they cast,
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
I'm really am excited to see where they go and this world building. Um, and excuse me, I'm personally like, I know you were really high on Aaron Pierre after
Hmm.
watching Rainbow Ridge.
Did you watch it yet?
I have not.
Oh, sir.
I knew I knew of him when I watched Old M Night Shyamalan's movie, and he has been in a couple of things, but I remember him from that, and I was like, he did a very good job. And when you look at this cast, Kyle Chandler, Aaron Pierre, Nathan Fillion, Kelly McDonald, Nicole Ari Parker, Garrett Dillahunt, which I love him. Um, Ulrich Thompson plays Sinestro. And if you don't know who that is, go look him up. You'll recognize him from a bunch of stuff. I'm I just want to see what they do with this show. How do you make this grounded? And the tagline that sold me on it was superheroes meets true detectives.
Hmm.
And I was like, I'm in. I'm like, tell me no more. You've sold me. No notes.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree with that.
so for me, lanterns. And here's a funny thing: we were talking about streaming services in the past, where we talked about canceling, keeping, that kind of thing. And I told you it would take a lot for me to keep, because you remember, and we talked about this. I canceled HBO Max last year. I did not think the value was worth it. Um, I canceled it. The only reason why I got it back was because my wife wanted to watch The Pit.
Hmm.
And after The Pit is over, I'm getting rid of it. I will resubscribe for Lanterns, and then it's going away because there's nothing that I see that's coming that I have to have this. And that's the we talk about this with games, consoles, exclusives. You have to have exclusives to sell your console. HBO Max has House of Dragon. They have the two series. House of Dragons coming back in season three, and then what is it, A Knight's Tale or whatever that shit is
Knights
called?
of the Seven Kingdom.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are high on that.
I'm enjoying it. Well, I enjoyed it. I watched the first season. I liked
I
it.
haven't. I'm just like, like there's nothing. that just made me say I have to have HBO Max. Um, but Lanterns may make me keep it to watch it, and it may be one of those things where if they get something else behind Lanterns, I may keep it a little while longer.
Hmm.
So that's my show.
Okay. All right. We are moving things along. We will talk about movies. 2025, I had, it was between two movies I was going back and forth on. I will just pick the one, or just talk about the one that I picked. Naked Gun.
Question:
Hmm.
did you see it in the theater?
Nope.
Really?
Nope. Saw it
Okay.
on, I saw it when it came to Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, Naked Gun. That movie it is of the format of tell you a joke a minute, and not every joke will hit, but there's so many that do hit. You're like, oh yeah, I'm loving this.
Hmm.
Um, I would say not every joke hit for me on it, but it was so weird, and everybody's just so in on it. Everybody in there is like, oh yeah, this is just going to be silly. This is like the old um, Naked Gun movies.
Hmm.
We're going to have a laugh, and it was a lot of fun. Liam Neeson was great in the role. Pam Anderson was great in her role. And who is the supporting character who's been in a bunch of stuff?
OJ?
No, not him. Although they do make an OJ joke. Naked Gun
You think
cast.
they could have got away with bringing OJ back?
You mean like as a hologram because he's dead? What do you mean?
I'm saying in the movie. Do you think could they have gotten away with the way this movie is? Do you think they could have gotten away with bringing him back?
I mean, they kind of did bring him back. He is referenced in the movie.
No, 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 no. Bringing OJ Simpson and having a speaking role in this movie.
I don't know. I mean, I don't even think it would have been worth it.
Okay, I'm just asking
I don't
because
know.
we're living in a world where anything is possible. Where up is down, white is orange, pavement is cotton candy. So
Sure. Paul Walter Hauser. That's the guy I'm thinking of. You may not know the name, but you've seen him in a bunch of stuff. He was Mole Man in the new Fantastic Four movie.
he was yeah, I know you talk about. He was the guy
He was
from.
he was Richard Jewell.
Yes, that's I man, it was funny you mentioned that because I've been watching clips of that, and I where they the police interview him, and he has all this stuff from the bombing, and he's like thinking he's helping,
Hmm.
and they're like, "This motherfucker did it," and he just has this look. He is a very good actor.
Yeah,
Very
I like him.
yes.
But he's in it as well. He plays the straight man to Liam Neeson being the wild character. A lot of fun. I would enjoy another one because it's definitely a movie that doesn't take itself seriously, and it's just letting you have fun the entire time.
Is it good enough to make you forget that Liam Neeson wanted to hunt black people? Because that's the mark of a good movie. Because there's some people who are awful, but I'm gonna be honest with you,
Um,
they can make you forget that I'm a piece of shit. Because let's be
well,
honest.
here's okay. So I'm not going to get into my politics on that with Liam Neeson on here, but I'm just going to say I enjoyed the movie and I wasn't thinking about that the entire time while I was watching the movie. I'll say that.
Okay, that's so. But again, that's one of the things where people will ask. So, yeah.
Yeah. In terms of movies I'm looking forward to,
Let me
I
get
had a long list of stuff.
uh,
What I narrowed it down to was, and I
Super
don't know if
Mario
you,
Galaxy.
no, that would have that I am looking forward to that. No, what I've narrowed it down to was the
Mo-
Christophers.
The what?
The Christophers.
Oh, with Michaela Brown and
Michaela
Sora,
Cole.
Michaela Cole and Gandalf.
Yes, yes. Um, so the tagline is desperate for an inheritance. Two siblings conspire to forge their father's unfinished paintings so they become valuable after his death.
Yep.
I think that's an interesting premise. It doesn't tell me a lot of stuff. I know there is a trailer for it, but I haven't seen it.
You,
But I
so
just
you just saw you just read that. and saw who was in it, and you were like, I'm in.
Well, I was looking at because when we originally talked about doing this, this was a we were going to do it a while ago, and things came up. So I went through a list of movies that were coming out, and that was the one that really stuck out to me, based on the people who were in it. Because I really like Michaela Cole, the stuff she
The
does.
trailer's very good.
Steven Soderbergh, I like Steven Soderbergh a lot. So like, okay,
He's he,
Ian
he
McKellen,
he's in the
being
band.
old man Ian McKellen, sure, why not? Let's
Ian
go,
McKellen.
Magneto.
The trailer is good. The
Okay,
trailer, the trailer makes me want to watch that. It's the
yeah,
kind of movie my wife would like. Well, you know what? I don't want to say that because there are things I think she would like, and she's like, I don't want to watch that. And then there are things I'm like, you want to watch that? So, yeah, it's that tracks. That makes sense. For me, what was movies? So it's funny that you said that. That like because I when I picked my movies, I didn't see a lot of movies in the theater. I saw like I'm never gonna get to that movie going like we used to do, like where I was able to go like once a month, where like AMC Stubs is worth it or whatever the Regal.
sure.
It's not worth it for me. Like maybe when the boys get older and I can take them to more stuff and time my time gets freed up. But there were a couple of movies that I did go see in the theater where I was like, I saw F1 in the theater. Um,
I need to watch that. Maybe I'll watch that this weekend.
hmm, I hate you. Uh,
Okay,
One, because I've been very vocal about my love of Joseph Kosinski. I think he's an up and coming director that I think has done a very good job. And then you texted, you were excited about Miami Vice based on who was cast. And I was like, I mentioned this a while ago, and you were like, whatever. And I was like, it's Joseph Kosinski directing it. And then you once it was it Butler was on it, you were like, I'm like, whatever, man. Um, but F1, I really enjoyed it. It was formulaic. It was a I don't want to say typical Hollywood movie, but it was you knew the beats. It looked good. I felt good watching it, and I really enjoyed it. I bought it on 4K. Um, but the movie that got me, and we talked about this because we talked about the trailers. We reviewed the trailers when it came out. The trailers 3 years ago was Sinners.
hmm.
Everybody was like, but we didn't know what Sinners was when that first trailer hit. That first trailer hit, and it,
Because I don't. Did the first trailer reveal that vampires were in it or no?
nope, uh-uh.
Yeah.
And you still didn't know, even with that second trailer, like you kind of figured out it was vampires, but you still didn't get the scope of the movie. And I remember sitting there watching the movie, and it reminded me of us. It reminded me of looking back at it now, the feeling that movie gave me reminded me of so many different movies that shape culture. And like I said, I was talking with one of my coworkers who drove to Beaufort, and there's like five movies that I think does that for different reasons. If you think about like I'm going to be 50 soon. I'm not going to say when, but I don't. For those of you, I don't know if you remember The Matrix, Seven, Inception, Get Out, um, and I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to like for me, Heat or Us would fall in that category. For other people, there may be other movies where they're like,
Did
I
you
didn't
say Heat or Us?
Heat or Us.
Okay.
Heat, Michael Mann, or Us, Jordan Peele.
Okay.
Um, the reason why I bring that up is because to me they fall into this idea of you see a trailer, you get the gist of the movie enough that you want to see it because of who's involved in the movie, but you don't know what this experience is going to be watching that movie. And Sinners was that for me to the point where I went into it, I knew it was Michael B. Jordan, Delroy Lindo. I loved Wume Musaka. So, did I say her name right? So I want to make sure. Um, Haley Steinfeld. You see everybody who's in the movie, and you're like, okay, I'm down. And you know it's Ryan Coogler. You don't know what it is, but you're like, okay. Going to see that reminded me of Get Out and Us. You know it's a horror movie, but you don't know what the like. You know there's something else to it, and it blew me away. And I'm looking for that feeling again in 2026 with everything going on. And only two things. And I've been trying to watch a lot of trailers, and a lot of different movies came out that I was like, okay, I really enjoyed that. Um, she Rides Shotgun was very good. Um, I'm trying to think of what else. Your Austin Butler did a movie that's now on. Is it on Netflix now? The one where
With Zoe Kravitz.
yes, um,
I can't think of what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
stealing something. I can't remember. Um, but yeah, like I'm looking for something, and I couldn't find. They Will Kill You comes close, um, but I know what that movie is going into. It's if you get my drift. Like they gave too much away in the trailer. And the only thing that I could think of that captures my attention like that makes me want to say I have to go see that first week it comes out is either the Odyssey or Doomsday and Avengers Doomsday. And honestly, the Odyssey, if I have to choose, it's Odyssey from Nolan. I
Hmm.
have like I know the story of the Odyssey, the Iliad, all of these these books or these tales that are canon. Um, yes, I know it's still Black History Month as you watch this. Uh, wait, is it
Yeah.
February 29th? Is this a leap year?
Oh yeah. No, you're right.
No, so by the time you guys watch this, it'll be March 1st. So but the idea of watching something and sitting in the theater and like the lights drop down, you have your popcorn and
No,
you
it'll be February 28th.
no 28th is Saturday.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right.
this
Yeah,
goes on the Saturday.
you're right. For
Yeah.
some reason I'm thinking it comes out on Sunday. Anyway, you're right. As I say this, I'm thinking to myself, okay, what movie is going to make me say, what am I in for? And there's a lot of movies. Discovery Day, no, Disclosure Day. Steven Spielberg has a movie coming out this year. Um, Tom Cruise, the movie Digger, from the director, and I don't want to butcher his name, but the guy who did Birdman. That looks interesting. But the Odyssey is that movie that makes me say, it's Nolan.
Hmm.
You know, the soundtrack is going to be on point. The cinematography, you and every when you think about who's all in it, um, it really is. I cannot wait for it. Now, I'm not going to be one of those people who bought like IMAX tickets 2 years before it came out. But when you think about Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Zendaya, Mia Goth, Theron, Lupita, John Barenthal, um, John Leguizamo, Samantha Morton, James Rimmer, Corey Hawkins, Elliot Page, like you realize who's all in this film. You're like, yeah, I'm in. I'm in. So for me, 2026, it's the Odyssey. And I honestly did not think I would have picked that. I thought I might have picked something else. Um, but yeah, it's the Odyssey.
Okay. Cool. Um, yeah, we'll keep this short and sweet, folks, because it's late in the night for us. But whenever you get to put this up, yeah, I would say in the comments, let us know what got you through. We always ask you what got you through the week.
Yeah.
So let us know what got you through the year of 2025. What really surprised you and made you happy, and what are you looking forward to in 2026?
Well, whether it be games, movies, television show, we didn't get into it, but like there were a bunch of comics that I read last year that I'm like, yes. And action figures, collectibles that I got that I was like, I didn't buy as many last year. Actually, I haven't been buying a lot. I've been selling more than I've been buying, but there's a few things that I bought that I was like, yeah, or things I pre-ordered. But yeah, whatever. Like, there's enough news that we can cover. We'll get to Sarah Bond and the the way that is all turned out. Um, this whole Warner Brothers Netflix Paramount deal, there's still information that's dropping. So I do want to give that a little bit more time to breathe. So there's enough stuff. But this one, Michael's right. Let's just be happy. Let's
You're
celebrate
right.
things that made us happy. Speaking of that, what got you through the week?
Hmm. This week has been interesting. I haven't really watched or played anything, so we've had breaking news stories at the news station. So I've been doing a bunch of that. I haven't really got the chance to mess with it, and we got primaries coming up next week, so I've kind of been getting all that together.
Damn, your
So
primaries are next week?
North Carolina primaries are March 3rd.
Dude, y'all suck.
Yeah.
June night, baby.
Um, so I've been doing that really.
Okay.
What about you?
Comics. Uh, I remember I had a library card
Hmm.
because I forgot for a while, and I was like, you know what? There's a bunch of stuff that I want to read. I got a bunch of comics. Like if I got the thing up, but there's about 20 boxes behind me of just comics that I'm trying to catch up on. And then some of them I was like, just get the trade, man. And so I checked out. Your limit is 26 items you can check out, and I think I'm at 23.
Hmm.
And so, no, or is it 18? Whatever the limit is, I'm three away from it. And I just have been
So now
reading.
you got to get a library card for your kids so they can check stuff out under you.
They already have a library card.
Okay, and you check stuff out under them for you.
No, I don't do that.
Okay.
I will never. I will never abuse the library system and skirt the rules of
Okay.
the Richland County Public Library, sir. That's inappropriate. Why would you say that? That's
Okay.
shame on you, sir. Do
Cool.
better. But no, the library, and I've been watching or listening to podcasts about different subjects, and but watching Archer. I've gone back and been rewatching Archer episodes, and man, I love that show.
It's a classic.
Yeah, I love Archer. So other than that, that's it. So guys, like Michael said, we're going to keep it short and sweet. Hit us up in the comments. For those of you, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell. If you're new to the channel, that's Michael. I'm Leroy. Um, we're out. Peace.
Peace.